The Princess and the Warrior. A Tale of Two Volcanoes. Once upon a time, there lived a kind and beautiful princess named Izta. Even though she was the daughter of an emperor, she loved to spend time with the people who grew corn in the Mile Pass. She liked to teach them poetry or flowy candle. Suitors traveled from distant lands to woo her. They presented her with rare and lavish gifts, such as quetzal feathers and turquoise necklaces. They would all say the same thing: "You are the most beautiful maiden in the land. Marry me, princess, and you will live in my luxurious palace. You won't have to spend time in the fields ever again." "No, thank you," Izta would reply. She was not interested in any of the suitors or their gifts. One day, a warrior named Popoca came to see her. "Princess, I know you have a kind and beautiful heart, for I have seen you teaching flowy candle to the villagers in the Mile Pass. I don't have expensive gifts to offer, but if you marry me, I promise that I will love you for who you are. I will stay by your side no matter what, as long as Tonatiuh rises, as long as Senzonto bird sings." Popoca's words were music to Izta's ears. She would hear the honesty in his voice, and she fell in love with him. The emperor did not want his daughter to marry a mere soldier. He wanted her to marry a wealthy and powerful Lithuanian, a ruler, but he knew that Popoca was the best and bravest warrior in his kingdom. The emperor and his people had been at war with Jaguar Claw, the Lithuanian of a neighboring land, for years, and there seemed to be no end in sight. He called Popoca to him. "Popoca," the emperor said, "if you defeat Jaguar Claw once and for all, I will let you marry my daughter Izta." Popoca and Izta were overjoyed. Popoca gathered his most courageous men and marched to war. Popoca fought numerous battles. He and his men were injured and almost defeated many times. But when the end seemed near, Popoca would always think of Izta, waiting for his return. He would defend himself with his chimali, attack with his macueto, and inspire his men to fight with even more courage than before. Slowly, the tide turned, and Popoca and his men began winning battles. It was clear that they would soon defeat Jaguar Claw. Realizing this, Jaguar Claw devised a plan to steal from Popoca while the warrior cherished most. He bribed one of Popoca's personal messengers to Izta that Popoca has been killed, and offered her this potion, Octally, to soothe her grief. "Everything is lost, princess," the messenger said sadly when he arrived at the palace. Popoca and his men fought bravely, but they were defeated and killed. "No, that cannot be," cried Izta. She locked herself in her chamber and wept and refused to eat or speak with anyone. That night, the messenger came to her room. "I know your heart is shattered as if it were made of obsidian glass," he said, "but take this drink, princess. It will help ease your grief." Izta took the potion and drank it all. Lying down on her pillow, she fell into a deep sleep. The next day, before night fell and the first Lily appeared in the sky, Popoca defeated Jaguar Claw. Unaware of the lies the messenger had told, the great warrior and his troops marched back to the palace in triumph, ready to share good news with the princess and the emperor. But when they arrived, they were met with disbelief. "Popoca," said Emperor, "one of your messengers told us that you were dead." Izta was heartbroken. She took a special Octally to ease her pain. "Now we cannot wake her." "This can't be true," said Popoca. "Izta, my beautiful princess, has to awaken." he ran to her chamber. He kissed her and held her in his arms. He called out her name over and over, but Izta did not wake up. Cool air will surely revive her, Popoca told the emperor. He carried Izta through the throngs of villagers who wept as they passed the mile path, and all through the night to the top of a tiptoe. He laid her on a occipital bed. He knelt down beside her. The cool mountain air soon turned to snow, but still the princess did not wake up. Popoca refused to move. He stayed next to Izta just as he had promised when he first met her. As long as Tonatiuh rises, as long as Senzonto bird sings. In time, where once there was a princess with her true love by her side, two volcanoes emerged. One is known as Izta or Sleeping Woman. The other one is known as Popoca or Smoking Mountain. Izta continues to sleep, but Popoca spews ashes and smoke from time to time, as if attempting to wake his sleeping princess. The end.